pulse of the nation.
Yeah. YouTube is slowly settling in. Right, YouTube is now live. Hopefully as well. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't sound like... if you're watching on YouTube, please give us a comment to make sure we can actually be heard. We've gone 5 minutes early on YouTube if you're watching this, just because we're having some technical issues. So I thought, let's get YouTube set up, make sure it's all working. If you can hear us, give us a little wave. Can you hear? Hello, Leisha. Thank you. I'm glad you can hear us. Does it sound all right? I'm just going to kind of awkwardly wait for people to reply now. Let's unplug that. I think we've got enough charge.
Leisha, what's the delay? Type delay now. 1,000.
Absolutely gorgeous.
2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4, 1,000. 5, 1,000.
Can you also hear?
Bored.
You got yes. This is guest Sunjai Arif on the phone. Hello, that's Danica. Danica, can you hear Sanj? Sanj, do a little speak.
Oh, hello. It's dangerous to assume that that's Danica. That might be someone else called Crumb.
No, I'm pretty sure that's... so thank you for watching on YouTube. We're a bit early on this one, as we are to Facebook, just because we're having some technical issues, as I was saying earlier. So we've gone early.
Oh, what's she saying yes to? It could have been something we said about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. Hello, Cameron. Can hear the other person as well. Lovely stuff. I'll give you a bit of a rundown of the setup.
The other person?
Yeah. So it's all very kind of... You're the other person, Sam. That's how this works. You're the guest. So
Andrew White and
the other person, you can hear Sanj. So this is the phone-in phone. So you can phone into the show. The number for that is 0787 333 566. Don't phone yet. That's quite key. Don't phone yet. We are
phones open now.
No, they're not. Don't listen to Sanj.
Call in.
The phones are not open
this
yet.
Second.
We're going to open the phones at 10 minutes past. We're just going to have a quick kind of chat first and see what Sanj thinks of our topics and how he's doing and all that sort of stuff. So we have this phone for phone in, if you're going to phone in, and I've nicked my dad's phone to call Sunjai Arif on the old house party app. So that's what that is. That's early.
Andrew,
yes.
Is it worth? I know you'll do it when you go live, but is it worth doing maybe just a little quick rundown of what the format is, just in case anyone wasn't aware? Like
yes.
Anyone,
as in yourself, you don't know what the format is.
It could be.
So,
yeah.
Hello YouTube. If you just tuned in, which I can see some people are, we've gone early. I love you too, Choo Choo. I think it's Jash. It's Jash, isn't it, Choo Choo motherfucker? Give a little comment. So basically, we've gone early on YouTube because we're having technical difficulties earlier, so we wanted to make sure it's all set up. So the format for tonight, so we have a little intro. I'm going to chat to you, chat to Sanj, introduce my guest. That's who this is on the line. Then we're going to have a start for 10, just a 10-minute discussion about where we saw the ketchup. That's question number 1. Question number 2, a bit of a meatier discussion. We're going to be talking about the best fast food fries, which Chain does that. And then our big question of the week is Coke or Pepsi. We're about to go live on Facebook as well. So I hope you enjoyed this exclusive 5 minutes YouTube, because I'm afraid we are now live on other platforms as well. If that's working, I just clicked it. It's all based on internet. We've got 11 viewers. We've got 11 viewers. That's how you play live stream. It is indeed. So hello, Facebook as well. We're now live on Facebook and YouTube, which is technically against both of their terms and conditions. But welcome to the show.
Can we say swear words?
You can say swear words, yes. This isn't like a radio show. Don't, who are you fucking? I don't answer that, actually. You said fuck 'em, but who did you want to? Hello, Gareth. Welcome to the Facebook live stream. That's good to know we got viewers. Welcome to Pulse of the Nation, a live phone-in debate show discussing the big issues that for some reason just aren't getting discussed at this current moment in time. Down the line on this phone, we have Sunjai Arif. Say hello, Sunjai.
Hello, Sunjai.
Very funny. So Sunjai is a comedian as well.
Real life one. Although, does it still count? Like, does comedy still exist?
Yeah, I think you can still call yourself a comedian. I think if we hit May and all the gigs are still cancelled, we should probably stop calling ourselves comedians.
I'll reconsider.
Yeah. Henry, please don't leave to the one show. I promise this is going to be a worthwhile debate. You can get involved. You can comment below. You can call into the show. The number is 0787 333 566. I couldn't work out how to get like fancy overlays, so like call in now. So I've just made little cards that say this. You can also donate to the show at paypal.me/standupandrew. So gone proper fancy for this episode. So we got sandwich down the line. Today we're discussing, it's quite a fast food theme. We're going to be talking about ketchup, fast food fries, and Coke or Pepsi.
Are we going to be covering much of the same subjects as the one show anyway?
I don't know. I wonder what the one show is talking about right now. Is anyone watching? Very funny, Gareth. Just got a comment from Facebook. Sanj. Gareth says, if Andrew can call himself a comedian, anyone can. So I think that's you've got free permission to call yourself what you like. We've got Sunjai Arif on the phone if you're just tuning in. Guest
that's nice.
On Pulse of the Nation. We got quite a few. We got 17 viewers across the platform, so we're making some big waves.
On across Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, we got Facebook and YouTube.
17 in total.
Yeah, we've got a brand new mic.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's not bad. We've got a brand new mic as well. So on the last show, I got a very kind donation from Fabian de Gouvier. He gave some money towards the show, which has gone invested into a nice proper mic because the audio quality was not necessarily the best on the last show. So that's what this is, brand new mic. You can donate to the show at paypal.me/standupandrew. What can you say? What was that?
Can we see the microphone?
Yeah. Oh, you can't see the microphone because you've got a different audio, but this is the new mic. I don't want to lift it too high because it's recording your audio as well. It's a very janky setup.
What are those? What are the fuzzy bits on the microphone called?
This is a like a windshield / pop filter.
Has it got a flash pop?
Pop filter.
Pop filter. Isn't that one of those disc things?
Yeah, I think so.
But not. This isn't fully professional until you've got one of those disc things you talk through.
Sanjay's talking about one of those. Yeah, those disc things to
pop shield.
So yeah, a pop shield. That's what it's called. Because if you go like this, you can hear that kind of clipping. But now I go pop, 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 and it's much better. Thank you, Greg. Greg has said your content is keeping me sane during lockdown. Thank you for all your comments as well. Good, Mike. Thank you very much. Arguments going on already in the YouTube live stream. Thank you very much, Cameron.
Is anyone to snapping?
To snapping, yeah. That's a good point. Before we get into the meat of the show, Pulse Nation, we'll leave it a bit more time for people to tune in. How is everyone doing? Is anyone close to breaking down? I think...
Like how essential is this? Who was saying it's keeping them sane?
Greg Johnson said over on the Facebook, it's keeping them sane.
Like, Greg, what are you going to do if you go insane? Like, what is your snap going to entail?
So what are people's breakdown looking like? That's what we want to know. If you're going to have a breakdown,
if it's going to be like you smash a plate or you murder your family, like that's the 1 to 10.
Yeah, smash a plate, murder the family. Apparently, the first lockdown. This is quite dark start to the show. Apparently, the first lockdown murder did happen yesterday. So yeah, sad note.
Oh no!
Daniel Mitchell's joined. Hello, Daniel. Hello to all our listeners. We've now reached a grand total of 18. Smash a plate still seems quite dramatic. That's a good point. Smashing a plate is a dramatic kind of breakdown. What are your breakdowns looking like? That's what we're asking at the moment on the show.
So what's lower than smashing a plate?
What's lower than so smash the plate seems quite dramatic as a breakdown. What's a lower level of breakdown than smashing a plate? Obviously, the highest is murder. Yes, I'm trying to keep it light, Joe. This is Sanj. Sanj went straight to the murder.
This is me. I want to go dark. I understand this is meant to distract everyone from what's going on.
Alicia makes a very good point. Smashing a plate would be okay in Greece. So you can't show off a breakdown. Smashing a cup. Do you think that's an appropriate alternative?
I was thinking I think people are getting stuck on breaking. What is it?
We got two comments at the exact same time. Joe Wells and Joshua Cox both said ripping a paper plate. Yeah. I think that's
we're stuck in the kitchen.
Yes.
Everyone's having a breakdown in the kitchen.
Yeah. Well, I'm
going to go out into the living room and I'm going to kick the sofa.
So yeah, what part of your house are you planning to have your breakdown in? That's the first question of the show. I just need to realise we very, very quickly can. Sorry, I'll just have to back up a little bit to actually get to my keyboard. so I can see what the time is. Just keep an eye on the time so we don't overrun. Sneezing your dog. That's Henry's suggestion for a low-level breakdown. What kind of low-level breakdown would you be having? Or we had snatching a plate is too dramatic. A paper plate from Josh and Joe. I quite like that. What about you, Sanj? What would you do?
I'm going to kick my sofa.
You're gonna kick...
I think that's lower down because it's not doing any damage to your possessions. But it would hurt. It would hurt me more, like my foot.
Yes, Leisha said an idea as a kind of notion of having a breakdown. She would start a live show on YouTube.
Very astute of you.
Yes. So we've got. If you can't, obviously, I'm not talking to no one. I've got Sunjai Arif down the phone over here. Say hello, Sanj.
Hello. What are you showing?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to. It's actually very weird to kind of show the screen.
Oh, I see. So it just shows black.
Just shows black, exactly. Hitting a paper plate with a rolled up newspaper. Where is the alcohol today? So last time, if you joined our last live stream, I was drinking during it. I don't think that ended up as a great idea in the end.
Really? Because this should be really good if there was drink involved. I've got a few beers.
Well, you go get a beer. If you want to go get a beer, I'll talk to the people.
Yeah, I don't want to drink alone.
I'm not going to drink with you. I had a complaint from my granddad last time, proper showbiz, that he didn't enjoy my drinking.
Which one?
Grandad Paget in Bournemouth.
Not the racist one.
That's okay. That needs some context as well. Just calling out my granddad like that. Sunjay has a bit where he says he asked a member of the audience, "Are you racist?" And my granddad on my dad's side, who grew up, who lived for a long time in apartheid South Africa, just very honestly, when asked by Sunjay, "Are you racist?" he went, "Probably, yes," which was obviously Sanj wasn't expecting.
But the best thing, so I thought he was just being, trying to be funny. It was the amount of people who knew him in the audience and came up to me and afterwards and went, "Oh, it's so funny you asked him because he actually is a racist."
Yeah, people really wanted to clarify that. They wanted to let you know that no, that wasn't a joke. He's definitely racist.
I think that says more about him and.
Yes, yeah. Henry says, "What did Val think?"
We had a nice chat. He's a very nice fella.
He is. He's a very nice man. He's not as bad as Sam initially made out. Henry in the YouTube comments has said, "What did Val think? Tell her I'll give her some Mentos soon." So that's my nan who lives in Bournemouth. Henry's very kindly offering to give her some Mentos. It's nice. So welcome to Pulse of the Nation.
Is that euphemism?
No. So when once. We went to a football game to my nan and my friend Henry. And
it sounds sordid.
It does. It does say, "Oh, God, bloody give us some Mentos soon." Oof. That is my nan we were talking about. Who would you give a Mentos to? That's our next talker. Oh, Sanj, you've disappeared. Let's try and get you back. So welcome to Pulse the Nation. If you've just joined, we are going to get into the actual meat of the show now. If you're happy to do that, Sanj.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we'll get on to the hard subjects now.
Lovely stuff. So we're into the hard topics. This is kind of like a light-hearted LBC, like a jovial Jeremy Vine, like a jokey James O'Brien. That's the kind of vibe we're going for. And the first issue on the agenda, ketchup. We want to talk about ketchup. Where do you store your ketchup? And indeed, what do you have your ketchup in? And we've had a few comments about glass or plastic bottles, diner ketchup, all that sort of stuff. Where are you storing your ketchup, Sanj, on the regular?
Diner ketchup? Oh, diner ketchup.
As in you go into a diner, it's got like that anonymous red bottle. Store your ketchup in a ketchup bottle. Thank you, Josh. Sorry?
So where do I keep my ketchup?
Yeah.
I keep my ketchup I buy it in a plastic bottle and I keep it in the cupboard.
Keep it in the cupboard? So
keep it in the cupboard.
You don't think it should be refrigerated? Should ketchup be refrigerated? We've got a few comments. We've got one from Leisha who says it should be in the bin where it belongs. So she's not a fan of ketchup. We did have another comment from. Go on.
Is this because she prefers a different sauce?
Yes, Alicia. What sauce do you prefer? If you want ketchup in the bin, what sauce would you prefer? We had a comment earlier from Neil Halliday. He said he'd want brown sauce.
Or are they saying there's no sauces? The cooking is perfect.
Ideally, if you're a good cook, you don't need any sauce. You don't need to dip because you've made a perfectly seasoned meal.
Garlic mayo, very fancy.
Oh, I do like garlic mayo.
Peri mayo, all the mayos.
Mustard is better, says Jack Sadler. Cameron, on the actual topic of where do you store ketchup, he says fridge if it's open, cupboard if it's not, which is another comment we got from who said that. Kellyanne said fridge once opened. Now, I don't see the science behind this. I'm trying to call Sanj back, but he keeps disappearing from the line. Maybe we should do this over phone. So we're just discussing at the moment ketchup storage. Oh, there we go. Let's get Sanj back. Hello, welcome back to the show. I feel like it's going to be a regular.
I got kicked out of the chat.
That's the problem is we're in a locked room on House Party. What a beautiful app, by the way, House Party. Anyone else enjoying House Party? Most annoying app ever. Million notifications all at once. But because you were in a locked room, but in our locked room, I couldn't call you back because you were engaged.
Oh, I see. Right. I'm gonna cheat,
mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go to the kitchen.
Right.
And I'm gonna look what it says on the bottle.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it secret.
On the ketchup debate, Sanj is getting live information from the ketchup bottle. Where should it be stored? That's an interesting. We'll reveal what he said at the end of this. This section is called Starter for 10, so it's a 10-minute discussion. JD, we're gonna get 10 minutes out of this. Can you believe it? Go on, Sanj. What are you saying?
The interesting thing is I accidentally overbought ketchup, so
mm-hmm.
I ordered some in an online shop that I forgot about because they take 7 years to come now. and then I bought some when I was in the shop because I was like, I need ketchup. So I got 2 different ketchups, 2 different brands, and they both say different things.
Oh, well, that is controversial. We'll come to that in a minute. On brands, though, Jack Sadler does very importantly ask, which brand of ketchup? Are we talking Store's own brand or Heinz? Now, I think most people will be going to Heinz for the ketchup, but actually, my favourite ketchup memory I think it's Aldi own brand called Bramwell's. And my ideal ketchup is I go around to Nan's on a Friday night, Nanny Paget in Bournemouth. We're having fish and chip dinner, cold Bramwell's ketchup. I think it's just a little bit sweeter. Maybe they just add some sugar, but that ketchup cold with fish and chips, beautiful. That's my ideal ketchup. So I suppose I would say it goes in the fridge. What do you think? Comment below on Facebook, comment on YouTube. You can now call into the show, 07827 333 566. If you have some thoughts about ketchup storage, give us a call and we will talk to you live on air.
So are you saying you think that ketchup was sweeter when it was cold?
I think it was just this brand that was sweeter. I don't think it was sweeter because it was cold.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Normally the sugar, you taste the sugars more like when something is room temperature.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So maybe it was maybe it's too sweet if it's
not in the fridge. It's only actually a nice kind of sweetness because it's been cold. Has anyone else had this Bramwell's ketchup?
I can hear a lot of feedback. Is it coming out on the video?
I don't know. Can you hear feedback? Let us know. Yeah. We just do the live kind of technology test.
Own brand is more salty. Is that across all own brands?
Jack Sadler thinks own brand tastes more of salt. Yeah, what kind of own brands are we talking? Are we talking Aldi own brand, Sainsbury's own brand, Tesco's own brand even? That might be the chip sauce.
I've got a Sainsbury's here,
mm-hmm.
and I've got a Lidl's. I think it's Lidl's Bats.
So you've gone for double own brand, Sanj. You've got Lidl's and Sainsbury's, not bother with any Heinz. And what do they say for storage?
I'm just getting the most ketchup for my $1.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting the biggest jar or the biggest bottle for the littlest money.
Right, but you've bought 2 different brands, so surely, unless they're equally priced, that doesn't work.
It's because the shop I was in.
Right.
So the Sainsbury's came in an online shop,
yeah,
and I was in Lidl's, and I was like, I need some ketchup. I accidentally bought twice.
If you can't get hold of a ketchup, it's because of this stockpiling bastard here, right? I'm sorry. Apologies to the listeners. If you can't get hold of ketchup, It's Sunjai Arif's fault. Doesn't matter where you can store your
got-
ketchup if you can't get a hold of it. I apologise
I've-
profusely.
I've got over a litre of ketchup here.
We're getting our first caller in. Hello, Henry Futcher. You're live on Pulse of the Nation.
Hello.
How can I help you?
Oh, does that say this is not Henry Futcher?
Oh no, sorry, it's not Henry Futcher. Clearly it's an
is,
older northern man. I do apologise.
It's me, it's your racist granddad. How could you not hear me voice?
Oh, hello, racist granddad. How can I help you?
Hello, son, how are you doing?
Good, thank you. So what do you think about this ketchup issue?
Well, I've just been watching your live show on the Facebook,
Mhm.
and I don't really have many opinions on ketchup because I prefer marmalade.
Right, I don't think you can count marmalade as the same level of kind of condiment.
Is it condiment, is it not?
Would you say marmalade is a condiment?
Do you keep your marmalade in the fridge or the cupboard?
I keep my marmalade in my larder.
I see.
The larder, very nice.
Are larders refrigerated? I don't know.
I don't think so.
We do have an air conditioning system.
Right. Do you prefer? I've got a question from the chat, Joe. I've got a very good point from Charlotte McDonald as well. Unless it's Heinz, it has to be called tomato sauce. That's not the views of Andrew White Comedy. That is an opinion of Charlotte McDonald.
Charles clearly doesn't remember the days when Britain was a great country and we had proper British tomato sauce, not this Heinz forward book.
I love this. This is proper LBC stuff now. So you're not happy with the importing of ketchup then?
Well, I don't know if you can remember, Andrew, that famous Christmas dinner we had back in 2006.
Yes, I remember it well, Grandad.
Where your father tried to put Heinz on his turkey, and I went on a 20-minute rant about the EU and liberals like yourself.
Yes, I remember it well. It really ruined Christmas that year.
And I just have one more thing to say to Sunjai.
Oh yes, I'm worried where this is going, but oh yes, go on.
Sunjai, I remember your show very well. Thank you very much for inviting me.
That's very nice. Who is this again?
This is Andrew's racist grandfather.
Oh yes, there we go. I didn't know. I thought you was from South Africa.
No, I'm not from South Africa. No,
it's northern. Clearly, can't you hear?
You're from Yorkshire. Yeah.
I was just wondering, Mr. Arif, is it?
Yeah.
Could I please book you for my 85th birthday party next month?
Yes, you can. Yeah. Will it be just you and me?
Well, my old wife will be there, Valerie. She'll be there, and but other than that, yes, it will just be the three of us.
Okay. I don't know if that's allowed. I think it has to be.
That's a good point. You have to keep the social distancing rules. If you're just joining us, this is Sunjai Arif and my granddad.
Me and your wife, or you and me. I think that's all.
I was thinking me and my wife could stand in the conservatory, and you could sort of perform on our patio.
That's perfect. And what is the fee if you're happy to discuss it on air?
Well, I can do you 2 bags of party rings.
That's a good deal.
Yeah,
I'd take it.
And then the only other thing would be, what would you like in your sandwich?
Could I have a crisp and tomato ketchup sauce sani, please?
What kind of ketchup would it be?
And where would you like it stored to try and bring us back to the topic?
I would like some Heinz. I would like it from the
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The offer is rescinded immediately. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for having
Goodbye.
me.
Thank you, Grandad. Bye.
Damn it.
There's my granddad there. So just going to quickly go through these comments before we move on to the next topic.
I've lost so many gigs through extensive riders.
You do demand quite a lot, don't you? Very demanding man. I got a very good comment from Charlotte McDonald in advance of the show. She said that restaurants keep the ketchup out. Wetherspoons, all those kind of places, they get the ketchup out. The sachets, they aren't refrigerated, so maybe that is the way it should go. I'll give you one final word on the subject, Sanj, and we'll move on to our next topic.
Well, but we haven't solved it.
I don't think the point of this show is to solve anything. I think it's just to leave ultimately the nation much more frustrated. I personally think it shouldn't be refrigerated.
I'm with you, Andrew. I'm with you.
What did the bottle say?
It's a vinegar-based sauce,
mm-hmm.
and I think it's fine to be preserved in the cupboard. Now, one of these says, the Sainsbury's one says, store in a cool, dry place. Once opened, keep refrigerated and use within 4 weeks. Okay?
Right.
Damning. Very damning. But
that does sound pretty kind of concrete.
But the Lidl's one says, which I read, store in a cool, dry place. That's it.
That's it. I
That's
think
it.
so. You're gonna lean towards cupboard.
I think what it is either Lidl's doesn't care about our safety, and if our tomato ketchup goes off, they just don't care, or they're slightly different recipes, and one has got more vinegar and lasts longer out of the fridge, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to calculate.
So what we're saying
each of these
is make your ketchup storage decisions based on each individual brand. If you're having Bramwell's, which is the one that my nan had with the fish and chips, keep refrigerated. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people saying cupboard in the comments. A few people angry at our use of Wetherspoons as an example restaurant. Apologies, we will be.
Didn't it make your chips really cold?
No, the chips were warm. The ketchup was cold. Yum, 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 yum. Lovely.
Don't like it.
I
don't enjoy those mixing textures, mixing temperatures.
I don't like mixing textures. I'm with you on that. Texture is a very important part of the food process, which does nicely bring us on to the next section of the show. Best of. So this is a section of the show where we decide the best of a certain group of things. And this week we're keeping it kind of food related. The best fast food fries. Sam, do you have any initial thoughts on this?
I thought this was an easy one. And then I started seeing a few people writing into you and commenting. And I think a lot of people missed it. But loads of people were saying, chip shop chips. They're not fries, mate. They're not fries.
Chip shop chips, we can't count them. What about kebab chips, though? Because that's a risky area.
It depends on the kebab shop, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It depends because a lot, this is not to tar everyone with the same brush, but a lot of the less reputable ones, they're putting oven chips in the deep fryer, mate.
Yeah. We got two contrasting opinions already, 3 even. Leisha says McDonald's are the best until they're the worst. That's a very good point. We'll come to that in a minute. Cam says Burger King for sure. And Jack Sadler says Five Guys. Got no comments over on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook and you've got opinions about, just as I said that, we lost a viewer. So clearly keeping it stronger on YouTube. Okay, Five Guys is right. So we've had the Burger King rescinded. We have 2 for Five Guys and 1 for McDonald's. Joe Wells.
I just want to say to Joe,
get
an opinion, mate.
Yeah.
Get an opinion.
So Joe Wells on YouTube has said, I have no strong feelings on this topic. You sound like the perfect caller. Please come call, get involved. If you would like to call, if you'd like to state your case for the best fast food fries, 07827 333 566 is the number that you need. Call, get involved. Leisha says Burger King is not consistent enough. Is most consistent.
It's the most consistent. I mean, not in my experience.
No.
But I think there's an age. I think there might be an age thing here. Can we ask Alicia how old she is? Is that too rude?
Leisha, I believe Leisha is around my age, kind of 20 or so. Will has said
I think
Five Guys.
Younger people prefer Burger King because Burger King is a bit more of a treat.
Yeah.
But McDonald's have had the same chips for like a million years. How long's McDonald's been going? A million years, I think. I think
it's a million years. It's some scientific evidence.
I think it's millennia.
Leisha is 21, by the way.
Always been the same.
Charlotte McDonald.
You can't be offended at 21.
We've got a caller. I'll come back to you in a minute, Charlotte. Hello, you're live on Pulse the Nation. Who's calling?
Hello, it is Joe Wells.
Hello, Joe Wells.
And my wife, Danica, is here.
Oh, hello, Joe and Danica. Good friends of ours.
Hello, Danica and Joe Wells.
Hello.
And Danica and Joe.
So what do you think about this issue?
I have no strong feelings either way.
Oh, thanks.
I feel very strongly about McDonald's chips.
McDonald's chips are the best?
With barbecue sauce.
Right, well.
The sauce is what makes it. Hold on, I'll pass you over to her. She has some very strong views on that.
She does have a phone of her own. She could have called us herself. But McDonald's barbecue sauce specifically, not just any barbecue sauce.
Just the standard one or the new, smoky one?
What?
There's two different barbecue sauces.
Barbecue or their smoky barbecue one.
I didn't know there was a smoky one.
Right, well, if you're not going to do your research, please don't call in. Bye.
Well, then you're not qualified.
They've gone. I hung up on them. Just if anyone else is worried about the aggression of that hang up, it was just a joke. I know Joe and Danica well. Please don't be afraid to call in. That was just. I won't be as mean to you.
They will genuinely be furious.
So Joe and Danica are friends of both mine and Sanjay's. So that was all in good jest. Please call in. Don't be afraid that I'm going to be mean to you. Charlotte McDonald says, can we say at least that of the big chains, KFC has the worst chips?
Oh, definitely.
Yep. So Sanj agrees there.
Definitely. I mean, they're passable now. Now that they do skin on fries, they're passable. But back when they were this horrible, soggy mess before that, KFC is the worst by far. Well done.
Well, so we all agree KFC is the worst. Did you ever try, I don't know if I can count this, but the chicken fries at Burger King? Did you ever try them?
What are they, strips of chicken or what?
Yeah, just chicken in the shape of a fries. Joe Wells 100% agrees that KFC chips are terrible. So, yeah, Five Guys are lovely, and also they give you shitloads. So we've not discussed Five Guys yet.
KFC are vegetarian?
KFC aren't vegetarian. So the KFC chips aren't vegetarian.
The chips.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, KFC isn't vegetarian. It's a chicken shop. Yeah, got animal.
They do their vegan burger now, don't they?
Yeah, but if you get this is quite annoys me actually, because I went to get a KFC vegan burger and get it as a meal, but as a meal you can only have the burger and the drinks. They don't include the chips because they're not vegan, so they can't sell it as a vegan meal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Josh says, is it chips standalone or can we have the associated fast food sauces? That's a good point when we're discussing best chips.
I think we have to include sauces.
Yeah. So what would be your chip sauce combo? What would be your best fries/chips sauce combo? Let us know. You can comment down below, or if you want to call in, 0787 333 566 is the number you need. Also, when I was doing research for this, because believe it or not, this show had some actual effort put into it. Somebody was talking about Shake Shack. One of the. Have you ever had Shake Shack fries?
I know of it. I think I've had rips of it, shaken burger.
Shaken burger. It's a crinkly fry apparently.
Shake shed.
Shake shed, yes. All those kind of
Milky Shack.
Milky Shack. All these fake versions. Just want to see. I wonder if there's actually. Here we go. Has Grandad gone northern? Says my dad. Right. Oh God. All this. There's been so many Facebook comments and I've missed them all. Sorry, guys. It's not been updating properly. Watching. Oh God. So I'm just going to quickly catch up with what's been happening on Facebook because that's not been loading. Always call it tomato sauce, not ketchup. Ketchup in the fridge. Hello, Tina.
Are we going back to ketchup?
Sorry, no. I'm just catching up on all these comments on Facebook. It's not been loading. I remember you calling it dip. Very embarrassingly, Alison has just remembered of me when I was younger. Apparently, I used to call sauce dip.
My Alison?
No, not your Alison.
Oh, okay.
Alison Tones, good family friend. We just had a new chip brought into the fray. Taco Bell fries. Have you had them? What are your thoughts?
Just get out.
Just get out.
Of the chat. Just leave.
Don't leave. I quite like them. I like the seasoning. I like them with the sour cream and the salsa dip. I think Taco Bell's a good call. Agree on Taco Bell. Joe Wells is with you, Leisha.
I can't remember them, so they can't be that good.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte makes a good point.
Taco, why do you people like Taco Bell?
What do you mean, you people?
Taco Bell is so awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's there's no flavor. There's no flavour, and it's trying to. It's just a slur on Mexican.
I don't know if you can say that. I think.
Mad on their behalf.
I think it's very well seasoned. I don't think you can say there's no flavour. We're just discussing, if you're joining us now, which best fast food fries are the best. Charlotte says Five Guys are great, but they are very expensive. So do we have to take in cost to account when discussing?
Yeah. Cost is a factor. I think everything goes into what makes a good chip.
Yeah.
And Five Guys, again, I don't find Five Guys that memorable.
Well, Joe Wells has said on the topic of Five Guys, everyone's saying Five Guys is a Tory. So
I agree.
Although there's some people in the chat that have said Five Guys that are definitely not Tories.
claps for the NHS nurses.
Oh, okay. This is, I mean,
make yourself feel good about yourself.
I know I'm basically ripping off an LBC format, but this has gone far too political. Dear, oh dear. Apparently, there's going to be an 8 o'clock clap.
Try and stay on the chips, people.
Yeah, stay on the chips. What fries? What are your favourite fries? Charlotte earlier on the comments said that a fresh batch of McDonald's. I think if we have a fresh batch of McDonald's, they would win for me. But not too hot. I think you can have too hot.
Did make a point, yeah. Cold McDonald's are some of the most inedible potato on earth.
Yes.
So I think, do we take that into account? Like next morning, I mean, who doesn't finish their takeaway? Like who doesning finish their fast food?
Who's taking leftovers from a takeaway bag? Who are these?
Who's mind sweeping late at night?
Exactly.
Going around.
I think it's very strange. We got some comments. Clap for Five Guys at 6:45. Agree. McDonald's have the steepest decline in quality as they go cold. Fresh batches are tight, especially drunk 2 a.m. fries. Well, if you're looking for drunk fries, I think you have to go back. We have to go back to the issue of kebab house fries.
Yeah, but they're not. There's no consistent brand, is there? Like they're all tackled differently.
But I've never had a bad cheesy fries from anywhere.
That's because you're always drunk.
Maybe that's a good point. But I have had it sober as well. Order twice as much breakfast the next day, man. So Alicia's saying she's purposefully not finishing her fast food. Whoever is taking leftovers needs to get in the bin. Thank you, Ellie. Cold McDonald's fries are trash. Cheesy chips and gravy. Yes, Tom McFarland. Good choice. Cheesy chips and gravy. Oh, that sounds lovely. You up for that? You don't like? If anyone's confused as who I'm talking to, I've got Sunjai Arif on the phone here.
I'm stuck on the quality issue that you can't just say, the best fries are the shop at the end of my road, because no one else can attest or check it, can they? Because you can all go out and have a McDonald's and they're all the same fries, and we can do this scientifically.
Yeah. Well,
that's what's important.
So Thomas said cheesy chips and gravy.
Cam
has said chip cheese and curry sauce. So cheesy chips and some sort of sauce is quite popular. But Jack Saller, just to put the kibosh on this conversation, has said that kebab shops do chips and not fries. So I don't know whether we can include them in the best fast food fry competition, I'm afraid.
I think that's a valid point. I think we're talking American fast food chain fries. Otherwise, nothing else is a fry, really, is it?
Yeah, it's a good point. It's quite skinny. The image of the fast food fry. You have to kind of stick with that image. Henry has said Andrew's racist granddad has told me he likes raw potatoes best. Well, thank you for that, Henry. Chips should never have gravy or curry sauce, says Charlotte McDonald. Back to the south with you, Charlotte. Oh, we've got a north-south divide going on over on the YouTube comments. I've been updated. I've got the Facebook in a new tab so that comments are low now, but no one's commenting. So I'm really glad I fixed that.
I mean, I am very southern, but I can appreciate gravy on chips.
Mm-hmm. Tom McFarlane says Charlotte hasn't lived, but Charlotte, in her defence, has said happily as south as I can be. If you have any thoughts on this, we've got a few more minutes on the topic of best fries before we decide on a winner. 07827 333 566. Give us a call. This is a live phone-in debate show. We've had 2 calls so far from one of my friends pretending to be my racist granddad and Joe Wells, who unfortunately we had to. Oh yeah, that wasn't actually my granddad. Sorry to.
That wasn't your granddad.
No, he's not.
So I don't really have a gig.
Oh, I do.
In line.
You don't have a gig in line. I'm sorry, that wasn't real booking. I do have to make a quick apology on air as well. God. Cam is not Northern; he is Scottish. I did know that. And it just slipped out. I didn't mean to use the N-word. I've a very different N-word, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cam. I appreciate that you're of Scottish heritage. Scotland is north. Henry said, what's going on? It's all going on, but no one's calling. Do you want to give us a call? 0787 333 6. But for now, I think we're gonna draw this topic to a slight close. Do you have any final thoughts on the fries?
Well, I think on which is the best.
Mm-hmm.
I think popular opinion has been Five Guys, but my vote was for McDonald's just for the consistency.
Okay, I think I'd agree with that. I think Five Guys, if you can afford it, lovely. McDonald's for consistency and nostalgia as well. It's been with us for Yeah, it's been with us for a lifetime, hasn't it?
However old McDonald's is, like 2 or 3 million years?
4 or 5 million years, I reckon.
4 or 5, you reckon? Okay.
McDonald's for a
Close.
base level, so consistent. You want some fries, McDonald's. If you can afford it, Five Guys is good, but as an overall experience, McDonald's is probably better. And if we're including Kebab House, it's a treat. And if you can include Kebab House chips,
the treat is the best.
The treat is the best. Yeah. If you associate something as a treat, yeah. McDonald's is most iconic. They're a strong favourite. So there we go. McDonald's fries wins this section of the show called Best Of. So the best of fast food fries, it has been decided, is McDonald's, preferably a fresh batch. Which brings us on to the final section of the show, which is Big Question of the Week. So here at the Pulse of the Nation, we discuss the big issues. And this is a big issue which has been more controversial than I thought it would be, Sanj. Coke or Pepsi?
I can't believe it.
You're quite strongly one way, aren't you?
Well, I just didn't think there would be any way to debate on this.
Mm-hmm.
But as I've thought about it more, I have changed my mind a lot about things. I've been up and down. I've been losing a bit of sleep.
Yeah.
And initially, when you told me, you said, how can anyone possibly have any other opinion?
Yeah.
Than Coke. Then Coke. Coke is first. Pepsi is just trying to catch up Coke all the time. Like anyone that says they like Pepsi is just trying to be different, you know. Or like
going through a phase, would you say?
Because they like blue cans instead of red cans or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just doesn't taste as good.
Jack Sadler says Coke, although I did flirt with Pepsi when younger. We have had quite a few comments as well, including from Charlotte McDonald and my dad. Full fat Coke, but diet Pepsi Max. What about that?
This is something that I realised, because if you're comparing full fat Coke,
we're getting cooler. Pepsi. Sorry, Sanj. Who's that on the line?
Right.
Hello.
Hey, Andrew. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good. Thanks. How are you? Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Fantastic. What's on this Coke and Pepsi debate?
It's a trick question, mate. It's Iron Brew.
Iron Brew. Oh, we've got the Scottish input there.
See.
Now, I do like a good Iron Brew. I would personally prefer Dr. Pepper.
Just
I love Dr. Pepper.
You like Dr. Pepper?
I love a Dr. Pepper.
Good. So Dr. Pepper, Iron Brew. So no Coke or Pepsi. Could be taken out of the equation.
I never said that. Yeah, I never said that.
You would have said Iron Brew. Fair enough. Is there a special?
Or Diet Coke.
Are there? You seem. You've probably got more options north of the Hadrian's Wall, as it were. Are there special Iron Brews like you have Pepsi Max Cherry and all that sort of stuff? What can you get?
Diet Iron Brew.
Diet Iron Brew. Mm-hmm.
You can get Iron Brew Energy.
What's that?
We've got them all.
What's Iron Brew Energy?
What's the Iron Brew like Zero Max one? What's that one called?
You what?
Zero Max.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of Coke Zero and Pepsi Max, but it's Iron Brew.
Oh, is it extra? Iron Brew Extra.
That's it.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Iron Brew Extra, nice. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Is there anything else you want to say? Have you been watching the show? Is there any?
Yeah, mate, love it. Love the show, love you. Have a good one.
Thank you so much. I love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go. Thank you so much. You too can call in 0787 333 566 or just comment on the thread and we'll read out your comments. That's not even so. Pepsi. Leisha says Pepsi only if you're depressed. So she associates Pepsi as a sad drink.
I think she's just trying to diss Pepsi.
Mm-hmm.
But someone said about Pepsi Max. I prefer Pepsi Max to full fat Coke.
Right.
But I prefer Coke Zero to Pepsi Max. So I realised that all these different types. There's just such a complicated web in my brain about which one is better at which time. But overall, I think Coke pips it.
Coke pips it. Well, Alex FP says if you prefer Coke, you're a corporate drone and you don't even know it. So strong, harsh words there from Alex.
He's just trying to be all like grim, dark, different. Mm-hmm. Just like, I don't conform. I drink a different, massive corporate brand of fizzy drink.
Well, we're
I'm a non-conformist, man. I pick the second biggest brand in the world.
That's a good point. That's a fair point. Danica makes the point that Pepsi comes in a larger bottle, so you get more for your money.
Oh, that is a very good point.
Jack Sandler says the syrup mixes at pubs are horrible either way. However, I was going to bring this up. I quite like draft Coke. I personally find it quite refreshing.
I don't think it's refreshing. I think it's sugary.
Maybe that's it. Maybe there's like sugary things. You know, I like the Bramwell's sweet ketchup. So Cam says Diet Coke, then Iron Brew, then Dr. Pepper, then Pepsi Max, then the rest of it. So that's how he sees the lay of the land. Would you have Diet Coke? Diet Coke's got this kind of middle-aged women, sexy men. Oh, we've got another caller. Sorry, Sanj. Hello.
I just got to get in there quick. I hate Diet Coke.
You hate Diet Coke. Fair enough. Me too. I don't like it. Hello, Henry.
Hate
Or maybe not Henry.
No, it's me.
Oh, it is Henry this time. Hello, Henry.
I'm not here to muck around. I feel very... what people have said,
Uh-huh.
and I have some very strong opinions on this topic.
Yeah, please do tell us.
Okay, Andrew, I've got 2 words for you.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is Coke.
Yeah.
The first word is vanilla.
Oh, we need to bring this into the equation. Vanilla Coke.
Back when they did vanilla Coke full fat, before they started the whole stupid sugar tax thing,
Yeah.
they used to do full fat vanilla Coke, and that was the best drink I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, we got. I think you're causing some rifts in the chat. I think a lot of people are really on board with you here, Henry. Full fat vanilla Coke.
Oh wow! Oh, I feel so honoured. And I'd just also like to say
Mm-hmm.
that at the shop at my university, the Pepsi is 10p cheaper than the Coke for a 330ml can.
Mm-hmm.
And so often I have gone, I'll have a Pepsi then instead. And I'm like, I'll have it as like, just try it out, see what it's like.
Yeah.
And it's always disgusting.
Always disgusting. Well, my
It doesn't stay as cold for as long.
Mm-hmm. So
I think there's something there. I think you're onto something.
Do you think that you don't have the insulation in Pepsi to stay cold?
I'm not sure if it's the cans, or I don't know if it's more syrupy, so it's it's less well cold. I don't know. I don't know science.
No,
I'm not a scientist. I didn't call up claiming to be a scientist. Okay.
No,
I'm not a scientist.
I understand
All I
that.
want to say is I really like vanilla Coke. I used to keep the cans by my bed and smell them.
Really?
Importantly,
That's 100% sincere thing.
It doesn't have
I
any.
had empty cans of Coke, vanilla Coke, by my bedside, and I would smell them.
That's fair enough. It is a nice smell. Josh Cox says Henry does not know science. It's coming through a lot.
No, but I do know.
I think Henry's like discrediting himself as a valid voice by sniffing empty cans by his bed now. I was on board, Henry, and you talked.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, Sunjai. It's so kind of you.
Well, I think you've opened up a whole. We've got people saying we love cherry. Joe Wells says if we're bringing in flavors, then Pepsi Max Ginger is king.
Ginger?
Ginger, yeah.
Do Coke do a ginger? I don't think they do.
Coke don't do a ginger. No, Pepsi Max do a ginger, but that's it. Nothing tastes better than peace and love. The corporations are turning us against ourselves. Let's revolt. That's Alex FP. I do very much feel like, especially as we're further into lockdown, I think a lot of people are getting that kind of eat the billionaires vibe from a lot of hornier. Would you say that's people are getting hornier as well?
I thought that's where you were going with that.
No, but I suppose kind of revolution is a form of horniness.
Sure, yeah. If you want.
You think people want to literally fuck the man, like?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that. I'm much on board for that.
Be much more on board for that. Well, thank you so much for your call, Henry. I really appreciate it.
I should probably go now.
It's sexy revolution.
Oh, hang on. We're just still on sexy revolution. We'll come back to you in a minute. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what else to add to this.
Coke do a cinnamon at Christmas. Apparently. Well, that's right. Thank you for calling, Henry. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Henry.
You two can call into the show, 0787 333 566. So what were you saying about sexy revolutions?
Oh, I'm just much more on board if it's a sexy revolution.
Yeah.
I'm up for that. Like, when it was just normal overthrow the government, I was like, not too bothered. I'm quite happy sitting on my sofa.
Yeah. So you know,
like, if we get to wear like proper like Mad Max-esque apocalyptic costumes with like leather crop pieces and stuff, I'm into that.
You're into so if you're having a revolution, make sure you have a tops off policy and you got Sunjay Arif on board.
Dog collars.
Okay, let's not get too much into your personal preference. This is you can't see what's happened over on this live stream, but Sanjay's daughter has just burst into the scene, very much like that famous news clip where the guy's being interviewed for something serious political issue, and then his daughter and then the nanny. Have you seen that?
It's not his nanny; it's his wife.
Oh, is it? Sorry, I so bad of me.
Everyone assumed it was the nanny because she was, I think, Taiwanese or something.
Oh, just very racist. I do apologise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of racism on this show. I wasn't expecting that.
I call you a racist daily. Like, I don't know how you weren't expecting it.
Well, that's all right. You know, I'm racist and you're a homophobe, and I think that's fine in the grand scheme of things.
I'm a massive homophobe.
Oh yeah. Just to be clear, for anyone who doesn't know either me or Sanjay, this is all in jest. Just to be clear, neither of us are bigots in any way. What would you say is, or steering a little bit from the Coke and Pepsi?
The only thing I'm a bigot about is Coca-Cola.
Good link back.
Pepsi.
Well, I had 2 comments from my uncles. I think both are going to be very controversial. Uncle David said. Uncle David said Tesco Cola, own brand cola.
You know what? Mm-hmm. This is something that entered my mind because I think that the taste that people are used to is what they're going to like best. And I think that if you're an RC Cola person or a Panda Pops kind of guy, then that's fair. That's fair enough. If you prefer a Panda Pop to a
Panda Pop's those kind of little tube, you know what I mean? They look like yogurt cups.
I know what you mean, and you know what? They're super, super sugary.
I think what you have learned is I'm a very big fan of sugar. Yeah.
You can't help yourself.
I can't help myself.
Just fill it full of sugar, and then you're like, yeah, I love that.
Do you know what I used to really love?
It's peanuts really sweet tasting.
A lot of my family are watching, Sanj. A lot of my family. Oh, you bastard! I love you. You know what? I'm not. It's gonna sound like. Do you know what I used to really like? Coke Life. Just to bring that into the mix. I used to love Coke Life.
Yeah, Coke Life. I did like that. Can you still get it?
No, it got discontinued.
Different sweetener, isn't it?
So yeah, it was different sweetener. It was lower calories, but people didn't see the point because you either had full fat or like you could have no calories. And it was Coke Life was a middle ground that apparently, other than myself and yourself, people didn't go for. Oh god, that was rank. Danica didn't like Coke Life. Did you like Coke Life? We've got a new comment on Facebook. Oh, you can't access it.
Oh, I thought it was all right. The only thing I don't like is Coke Life, Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. I just, the diet sweeteners are horrible. But Pepsi Max and Coke Zero, I love.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just had my Uncle Andy join on the live stream, and actually I want to come to something that Uncle Andy said in advance of today's show. He said that he would buy what was everyone's special offer, which I suppose means he has no preference. Do people have no preference? Because my friend Henry strongly believes, as we've heard from in the show, that you either like Coke or Pepsi. You can't not have at least some sort of preference.
I think you may have a preference, but if I go into a restaurant and ask for a Coke and they say, "Oh, we've only got Pepsi," I'm not going to storm out.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
But what about the idea of somebody having no preference whatsoever? They'll have whatever comes.
I don't believe he has no preference. I think he's just very cheap.
Right. Well, that's what Danica said as well in the YouTube comments. I'll drink either based on price.
Yeah. And Danica, as we know, is very, very, very cheap.
Yes, Danica is very, very cheap. Sorry, Danica. Feel free to call into the show again, Danica. I feel very mean for cutting you off earlier.
I don't mean she's cheap. Danica is classy, but she's very tight.
Yeah.
And not like very frugal.
Yes. Thank you, Saj.
I'm not trying to turn it into a compliment. Stingy.
My friend Josh is screaming the word career in the chat, so please let's look after my career. Hello, Danica. Welcome to the show.
What is the career problem? Like,
how can you say I'm tight?
was jeopardising your career?
Right, so a few discussions going on. We're just talking about saving my career. Danica, you think Sanjay's tighter than you in terms
By
of...
a long way.
Mm-hmm.
How much food have I given you, Sam?
Too, but remember, we're basically the same person.
Yeah,
they're very similar people.
But that's why I hate my own attributes when I see them in you.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what Joe fancies both of us.
Guys, this is meant to be a phone-in debate show. It's not like a live therapy session. While you're on the phone, Danica, can I get your thoughts on this from Alex Francis Pollen? He says Dr. Pepper is king, but is it in the same category? It's the same color, but it doesn't taste the same. Where do we draw the line?
No, Dr. Pepper is disgusting. And it's only these drinks are for children.
I'm not having that, Danica. Dr. Pepper.
It tastes like marzipan.
It does taste like marzipan. So these drinks are for children. So you think you'd rather have a herbal tea?
Just straight up.
Right.
Either are good. I will drink either. It is about cheapness, 100%.
It's about cheapness. So what kind of? You have to have some sort of preference. If there's 1p in it, would you literally go for the 1p cheaper?
Yes.
Probably Pepsi Max. I have a friend though. This is interesting because I think she's awesome.
Danica,
I have a friend.
Wait, let Danica speak.
Any different, you will take the cheaper one.
I want him.
Yeah, definitely.
Danica, what's your friend anecdote?
My friend claims that she is allergic to Pepsi, but not to Coke.
What do we think of that?
Your friend is full of bullshit.
I think so, but she's really strict on it. And you know, in a restaurant, when they ask you if you want to, they say, "Oh no, it's Pepsi. Is that okay?" She'll be like, "Nope, can't have that."
Oh, is that how she gets her attention?
Yeah, that does sound very kind of like, I want some
She's a very
attention.
sweet girl, though, so let's not bully her too much.
Well, we've not even said her name, so I think.
I was gonna bully, but I'm just gonna admit that if I ask for Coke Zero or Pepsi Max and they only have diet, I won't have it because I dislike it that much. And they're always they're literally always like, I'll be like, "Oh, can I have Coke Zero?" They'll be like, "Oh, we've only got Diet Coke. Is that all right?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
And then you'll leave.
I don't like Diet Coke either. I think it tastes very metallic. Do you get that? So a lot of support for Dr. Pepper in the comments. Cam says Dr. Pepper wins it. Charlotte says Dr. Pepper should not be even in the mix. If we bring that in, we may as well bring Fanta and Sprite. That's a very good point, Charlotte. I'm afraid I'm going to have to discount.
We have to stay on Coke Pepsi here,
we're discounting Dr. Pepper. It is Coke Pepsi. Thank you for calling, Danica. I hope you're enjoying the show. Bye. So, yeah. Well, let's stick with Coke and Pepsi, and let's bring in something that hasn't maybe been talked about yet. Caffeine-free. A lot of people have these caffeine-free options.
I think it tastes like guff.
Like guff?
It tastes horrible.
Okay.
I don't know whether the caffeine has a taste to it that's nice, or what they do to it. But always, even if it's chilled, it just always tastes warm.
The caffeine-free one.
Yeah, do you find that it just can't get cold?
I don't think I have a very specific memory of ever having caffeine-free. I don't think it's ever stuck in my mind that much.
I've had it. I know when I have it, I don't like it. And like I've been served it like at someone's house, and I've drunk it. I've been like, oh, I haven't just gone, is your Coke off? That would be really rude, although I am quite rude. But I would feel like, oh, there's something wrong with this Coke to myself, and I'd be like, oh, is this a special flavour? And they'd be like, no, it's caffeine free, mate. Yeah, that's why it tastes awful.
Yeah, Cam is making an argument for Dr. Pepper in the YouTube comments. He's saying that it's got the same base flavour as Pepsi, but with a fruitier punch. So he thinks it should be in the mix.
Something about it. I think it's got more caramel in it. So it's sweeter, which is why you like it.
Yeah, I do.
And I think it's got a bit more fruit, like more cherry to it. It's not like a cherry Coke, but it's got more cherry undertones or something like that. I love Dr. Pepper, but we're not discussing Dr. Pepper. Just like we're not discussing Iron Brew, Cam. No. I get the sense that Cam can't focus.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cam. We do have to keep it to Coke or Pepsi. That is the big question of the week. Although on that, you were saying, we're talking about flavours and that. Have you tried the raspberry Pepsi Max?
I haven't, but I would love to.
It's very nice. You know what it's like? You know when you have raspberry with chocolate?
Taste of raspberries?
It does, but not like raspberries, but like chocolate raspberry, if that makes sense. Ever had a chocolate bar with raspberries in it?
Freeze-dried raspberries.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it tastes like.
Oh, That sounds nice.
Nice. So Jax thinks that caffeine-free is terrible. Charlotte says caffeine-free is so much worse. I had to stop all caffeine for a while post-hospital, and I stopped drinking any Coke or Pepsi because it was just a disappointment. So that you keep giving up all
awful, doesn't it,
Coke,
Charlotte?
Pepsi. It does taste awful. It's a good point. However,
There's something wrong with it.
bosh, this has opened up the game. Mango Coke. Have you had this?
I think that sounds delicious.
Mhm.
I haven't had it, but I know there are a lot of different flavours of Coke.
Yeah.
And not many of Pepsi. So Coke has the variety if you want it.
I think on Pepsi, you've got cherry and raspberry. I think they did do vanilla for a while, but otherwise, you've not got a lot of ginger. Yes, they do ginger.
Ginger one.
So
very good.
There's arguments going on in all the comments. We've got a new comment over here on Facebook as well. No, we don't. We just have people joining the live stream. That manifests itself as a comment for some reason. I'm leaning towards Coke just because of the variety of flavour. Do we do Coke as an entire entity or a specific Coke when we're debating this? Coke v Pepsi.
Well, let's do the main three.
Yeah.
Full fat Coke, full fat Pepsi. Coke.
Full fat Coke wins. Yeah.
Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. Coke.
Really, you'd rather have Diet Coke than Diet Pepsi?
I'd rather have neither, but I still think it's Coke.
Okay, well, I'd lean towards Diet Pepsi on that front.
Better of the bad bunch. And then this one, Pepsi Max, Coke Zero.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough about Coke Zero to bump Pepsi Max off the top spot.
Yeah.
Because Pepsi Max came first and then Coke reacted to it. So Pepsi Max has that different sweetener, sugarless flavour down, the best one, and then Coke's had to adapt. So I think Pepsi Max.
And does Pepsi Max win overall, do you think, of everything?
Of all of them, I personally would pick Pepsi Max. But I still would say as a brand, Coke is better.
Yeah. So we think Pepsi Max wins as an overall drink. Coke, and we've got some, the flavours keep coming. Cam has said lime Coke as well. We haven't even talked lime Coke. I think Coke as a whole is better, says Jack. So we're going to say Coke as a brand wins. I'm sorry, Alex FP, who called us all corporate shills earlier, but a Coke does win as a brand. Pepsi Max drink wins as a drink. And if we're including Dr. Pepper, then bosh, that kind of clears the field. But we're not. Coke as a brand, Pepsi Max as a drink. That's the decision for the big question this week. So thank you so much for joining us. That's pretty much the end of the show. We're just going to quickly do some post-show admin. Thank you for joining us. Sanj, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, I'm interested in people's feedback on this format.
So you're plugging my own admin.
Yeah. Did it sound like a fire in your brain, or was it all right? That's what I want to know.
I would also like to know that.
I have nothing to plug because my whole career has shut down.
So, but if you want to follow Sanj on, I've tagged his Facebook page on the Facebook stream, Sunjai Arif Comedy.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there, guys.
Instagram and Twitter,
no point going there.
Sanj Smash, SANJ, SAM. I'm trying to help you. Give me some followers. You're being a prick. Don't follow Sanj, actually. He's a prick.
What I'm very aware of is if this format works, then you will have your famous comedian friends on.
Yeah.
And I am definitely the guinea pig pilot.
I mean, I don't want to be too disparaging, but 100%, I'm lining up some big name guests. Hopefully, if it works.
I mean, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Did you enjoy the show? Well, good format, Jack says. I like it, and I hope there's more to come. Thank you. What about you, Sam? You took part in the show.
I enjoyed it. It's a bit difficult. I feel like we talked over each other a little bit, but if that's all right for the listeners, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there was too much of that. We kind of, considering we've got myself, you, and the phone in, and there's a delay on everything as well, I think it was pretty good. So thank you so much for tuning in. It's 7:00 now, so I'm going to go get some dinner. Have you had dinner yet, Sand? What are you having?
I had a jambalaya.
Oh, a jambalaya, nice.
Homemade. Found some rice.
You found some rice? What do you mean you found some rice? Surely you went and bought some rice.
I had like a little packet of rice at the back of the cupboard. Found it there.
Yeah.
And I cooked it.
Fair
It was
enough.
nice.
Somebody said that I need to get Facebook updates. I think there were comments coming in on the Facebook and I couldn't see them. So apologies if you've been trying to get in touch on Facebook. I've not been able to keep track of that. We've only had YouTube comments. But for now, I will have to end it there. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all hopefully soon. Next Monday, we're planning to do next Pulse the Nation. We'll have a new comedian guest. Although Sanj might call in. You never know.
Are you going to try and get money off of the?
Oh yes, thank you.
All the Tories.
Yeah. If you can afford Five Guys fries, you can also afford to donate to the show.
50p.
Yes. So if you go to paypal.me/standupandrew, you can donate to the show anything from £1 upwards. £1 is just the minimum PayPal amount. We don't have to donate as well. This is just a free resource. But if you donate, you're helping my career. I'll give some to Sanj as well, so you're helping him. That's 50p. All. What was that? 50p.
50p.
Oh, I did actually guarantee Sanj 50p. So if somebody could donate to cover that cost, but genuinely,
Don't make him have to give it to me out of his own pocket.
You know how I hate generosity. Oh, but thank you again. Genuinely, just really appreciate you watching. We'll be back next Monday, which is the 6th of April. Hope you're all keeping well. Lots of love and bye-bye. See you later.
Pulse the nation, pulse of the nation. You haven't got a jingle yet, have you?
No, I've not got a jingle.
Pulse